for hours. And now,
Sit and talk to y'all for hours.
yeah.
I hate when the kids sing that song. I'll be like, nope, next. I can't. I don't know. Like,
That is not for you. That is not
and
for
they be
you.
singing their little heart out. Yours. Like, you know what? Nope. Next song.
Tell them to sing the church version. Have you seen the video? I was gonna post it on Facebook. You know I be downloading all these videos. It's the video of the woman explaining the family tree.
Mm-mm.
Let me. I said this sounds like a conversation I've heard before. Black folks. Here we go. Hold on.
Cordell and Alberstein's grandmother and my grandmother, okay, they were sisters. So that make me and Roydell and Alberstein, okay, that's going first, second. That same grandmother. They my first cousins. Okay, their cheering would be my second. Their cheering to you all, my cheering, that would make you all maybe third. I'm not sure it's third up.
I said, listen, I don't know too many black families that ain't had that conversation.
I was actually having that conversation with the girls recently because the way CJ's family on his dad's side is set up, like, because they had a whole lot of children from his great grandparents, and in the midst of it, the children have had children, like, so I had to explain to them, like, no, that person is your second or girl. I was like,
Yeah, that's what happens with us. Like, I be forgetting sometimes, like, for instance, Donisha, my second cousin.
but she's so much younger, so you would feel like she's.
Because we all grew up, you know what I'm saying? But Jasmine's my first.
Yeah, see, yeah, that's the kind of stuff that I was getting confused with. Like, I don't know. I think
Because we were always kind of, we grew up closer, more like siblings. But it's sometimes like, dang, you are my second cousin. I mean,
so CJ would be your.
He's my first
cousin. Okay, and Amani and Charlie are your second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We just cousins.
We just cousins. But girl, when I heard that, I said, I have heard somebody's country southern grandma, auntie, she sounded like she was drunk.
She did.
Explain that. And the names were hilarious. Alberstein. Girl, they are having a ball with that sound on the TikTok.
Girl, but them older names are different. Like, my Nana's name is Richardine. That's it. And people are thinking that she's a man. But they just put them.
It's Nana. Get it right. Get it right.
Nana. She Nana to everybody.
We would throw some bows over Nana. Welcome back to the Cousin Collective.
We ain't even gotta say who he is. Look, we ain't gotta even say who we is. Like,
who are we?
I cannot with you. Well, it's your girl Monizy in the place to be. Stop playing.
Girl, no, look. I'm gonna need you to get a pair of earrings, bamboo, at least 2 pair.
I do.
I said I was gonna make some. I'm gonna make me some with my name on it.
You should.
I'm gonna see how that turn out.
Make me a pair while you're at it.
So what's been going on?
Nothing. I'm kid free, girl. I'm FREE kid free. Yeah, that's what we're gonna go with.
I mean, hey, make it fit in where it get in. Get in where it fit in.
Yeah,
girl, how does that feel?
It's cool. I mean, I miss them, but please believe it, hubby has been having me in these streets.
Not in these streets.
Because he's on vacation from work as well. And I'm still working. And every night he want to be in these streets.
Let's go.
I'm tired.
Girl, look, y'all making up for lost time, man. All them nights and weeks and days years he had to work and couldn't have a regular life. Shoot,
Yes.
CJ like
He's like,
pee.
we outside. It's fun. I mean, it has really been fun, but
Mhm.
I am
Ready
tired.
to catch up to you.
I said, babe,
Listen,
please don't, please let's not do nothing today. Like,
it's Saturday. Let me just rest.
please, just let's not do nothing today.
Oh.
I do have something to say.
Mhm.
I
Okay.
got something to say. Um, so I don't know who this person is, but someone he knows. I don't understand how people in your circle can say things like, I wouldn't go so and so place with your wife because you might end up divorced. When I heard that person say that on the phone,
Well, did I have questions? Are they divorced?
they are.
Oh, but probably because when they went to whatever. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are they divorced because of a decision that they made after they
See,
went there, or a decision that the
I
wife
don't
made?
know because this is a newer individual in his
Mm.
circle, and so I don't know. I do know that he is divorced, but
Oh,
I'm
but
like,
everybody's situation isn't your situation.
what exactly does that mean? Because what are you trying to say?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why are y'all divorced? Did wherever you went cause your divorce, and was it because of a choice that you made,
Right.
or was it something that she did or made, a choice that she made? But even then, that
That's
only
y'all.
is a testament to your relationship before that happened. That just probably was the straw, if that's the story. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
That
y'all
irritated
clearly,
me. I ain't gonna lie. I looked at CJ and
yeah.
I was like, what the
People
heck?
are always trying to project their own issues and drama on other people. It's like, just because it happened to you don't necessarily mean it's gonna happen to me.
Me and my boo, we get down together. We party together.
And
We
especially if you have that foundation. I'm saying, they
right,
clearly there was some cracks in the
right,
foundation before you went to wherever you went.
girl.
So
I was like, yeah, I don't know. I got my eye on Buddy because that's like what?
yeah.
Mm, nope.
Yeah. Tell CJ to keep his good eye. It's my good
Hmm.
eye.
Yeah,
You know, make sure he ain't trying to, because that
trying to
also sounds
say,
like somebody that could be easily jealous and bitter and show it and try to
trying to persuade you to do something.
persuade. And
Right.
if you don't see it, and if your mind ain't ready, you gonna fall right into that mess.
Hmm.
So look, don't be coming over here with no negative vibes, bruh.
Exactly.
We don't do that over here. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Well,
Yeah. I just had to throw that out there real quick.
I don't blame you, child. I don't blame you. All right. So speaking of marriage, y'all know I live on the TikTok. There's just so many different conversations that happen on that platform. Anyway, I don't know what I was watching, but anyway, my question is, can you be married and living in separate bedrooms? Oh, I know what happened. It wasn't even a topic. I think this girl was showing her new home.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think she was showing her new home, and I think it was a. I feel like it might have been a 2 bedroom place, or like an apartment or whatever, a townhouse or something. And she was doing a tour, and she was just, telling everybody what is this and what is that. And she was like, "This is my husband's room, and this is my bedroom." And so you gotta go to the comments. You always gotta go to the comments on social media, because
Hmm.
that's where the conversations be going on. And so, some people were like, team what the entire hell, and then other people was like, I'm down for that. Some people were like, I'll even go as far as living in. This one lady said her husband have separate homes. And they have been together for however many years. She said it was double digit, and she said they're doing fine. So, as a married woman, how do you feel about it?
Me personally, mm-mm.
On both bedrooms and
Oh yeah, hell
home?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I do know of someone who does have separate rooms from their husband,
Mhm.
and I think her reasoning is more along the lines of snoring,
Mhm.
and bathroom situation. She has severe OCD, and
Mhm.
so it's like this is she can't function without it being like structural.
Mhm.
So that's why they have separate rooms. Me personally, I mean, we've talked about it before of how marriage can be more than just love and be a business transaction as well, in a sense, because you're
Mhm.
building a legacy, if you will,
Mhm.
with another person. So the living separately part kind of sounds more along just that. Like, I, I don't know, man. Like, when I took my vows, I really took the whole two become one serious.
Mhm.
When you start separating things and you start separating,
Mhm. Itching again. Shit.
you know, I feel like it's just a trickle down effect. And you okay? What was
So,
all of that? Like, you just,
it's that Rona shot finally
you
kicking in 2 years later, a year later.
I can't. But yeah, I mean, the only time I could see myself either exiting my bedroom or asking CJ to leave is truly when he's snoring, because he does snore very, very loudly.
See, they said, don't be putting my business in the street.
Yeah. And he snores, y'all. There are nights
I
that I
wonder, does he admit it though? Because some people be like, I don't snore. Does he admit
he
it?
knows. Yes. We just
I
had this
snore
whole
too. I ain't gonna lie.
conversation with somebody Thursday night about how his snoring and her husband's snoring is just excessive. If I don't fall asleep first, it's over, man. But I can't imagine having a separate room from my man. Like,
Yeah.
that's my boo. I mean, I don't know. To each their own, but I just
Yeah, I
again,
don't know. I don't
but
know what their situation and reasoning was, because that's not what the purpose of the video was.
mhm,
But of course, people, you can post something and then people can be like, "Oh, well, what's that in the background?" They're not focused always on what you're talking about. So that's how it became a whole topic in the comments. I was
yeah.
like,
Can you see yourself doing that if you were married?
so it made me think. I remember when I was really young, I had to, and I don't even, I remember being young and asking my mom if I could live in a separate house. Now this was me. I wasn't even. I might have been right in middle school. Still, I could have been in elementary school, but I'm sure I was like between elementary and middle school. And I can't remember her response. But I remember, can I be married and just have separate houses? I don't know what my train of thought was, and I don't even know why I thought about it at
Mhm,
such a young age. Um, as your 43-year old, I
you
I
could do
could
it.
I could do it. I don't necessarily know about the house. But I think I could do it. Um, it's not something I would go in and be like, look, this is a deal breaker. We gotta have separate. It's not something that I would present,
Mhm,
but I think I would be okay with it depending upon what it is. If it's something because we have an issue with each other, then no.
mhm,
But if it's something like it's for my peace of mind because I want you to be comfortable in your space. I need to be like you said, the old girl was so OCD about things. I know how I can be, even about how we are about bathrooms.
mhm,
I know how I also am about I'm not gonna be doing all this cleaning up behind you.
mhm,
So, I could see that happening.
mhm,
um, but I feel like it wouldn't be my first choice.
mhm.
And I don't know if that was her first choice or anybody who's done it if been their first choice. But I think I could comfortably do it because I also enjoy my own space, and sometimes like I don't want to. But then again, I'm single. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm,
also, when I wasn't single, not a fan of sharing my bed, so I can kind of see that.
mhm,
Even if sometimes I want to sleep diagonal, I can't do that. You know
mhm,
what I'm saying?
mhm.
Sometimes I just want to sleep on the other side. Sometimes I don't even sleep good if somebody's in the bed with me. You know what I'm saying? So it would take a whole adjustment for me to live with someone and
Mhm.
be that close with them. It would be super. It's not something that I wouldn't do and attempt. I would definitely work hard at it, but it is definitely something that I would have to. Now I can fall asleep like I share beds, when we go on trips with my cousin, my girl cousins or whatever. But that's different, you know what I'm saying? And be knocked out. But it's just I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Now, it is definitely an adjustment period
Mhm.
because, CJ and I did not live together until we got married. Um, we spent the night with each other like a couple times, but
Mhm.
not really. So when we got married, girl, we ain't have a pot to really piss in and throw, window throw it out of. So, we had this little small little bed and then we all,
Mhm.
and then we had a toddler already, and then I'm pregnant with the second. So, you know,
Y'all feel to capacity.
right. So like that part was a huge adjustment. And
Yeah.
I think honestly, still we're not 100%. And this is like almost 11 years later. We need a king size bed for real,
Mhm.
because he is a spread out across the bed sleeper, and I've just become accustomed to being a edge
Mhm.
sleeper. Um, so I can see that part. Like there is definitely an adjustment period, but I know for me personally, I'm not willing to say, all right, we need
Yeah.
separate bedrooms
Yeah.
because I
I
need
think
more
if I think
space.
if I got to that place, it would take a long time. Because we're gonna try to make some adjustments. I mean, that's why I'm super duper like fixated on people respecting boundaries. Like
Mhm.
one thing that is a no-go, you cannot walk around the house. I don't care if we just Rona cleaned our floors. Do not walk around the house in your socks and then come put those socks in my bed.
Mhm.
You sit down, you take those socks off, and then you put your feet in the bed as long as they clean. There's just things don't
Yeah,
keep my bed like
clean.
clean,
Mhm.
period. Um, I just there's just
Oh,
certain
yeah,
things.
I agree that boundaries thing, but that comes with just respecting
Mhm.
and compromising
But
on
you'd be surprised at how many people have
our
been married for 30, 40, 50 years and they just still people just give up. And it's just like, to some people, that's why I also tell people what you may think is a minuscule thing may not be so small to that
yeah.
person. So it's super duper important to respect boundaries. And if someone's saying this bothers me, try to make adjustments because
Mhm,
especially if they're gonna if they're doing the same thing for you.
yep,
So that's why consideration is on the top of my list. Like that is at the very top of my list. You must be considerate because if you don't, then you don't care about nothing how I feel. And little things like that can get on my get on my nerves and just freak me out. Like I might feel like I need to go get a tetanus shot. Girl, you just had one yesterday. I need a booster.
I
You know
cannot
what I'm
with
saying? So, I but I'll definitely say whoever, if ever I get married, just know I am a crafter, whether I keep my business going or not. If you try to say two negative things, one negative thing about my craft life, you're out of there. I gotta have my own craft room too. Don't come for me. I'll be seeing these girls be like, and I don't know if some of them be serious. I know some of them be playing, but you doing such and such again, shut up. This is my piece. I'm gonna have me a she room, a she shed, or whatever, and that's gonna be my space even if we don't have our separate rooms. If
Mhm,
hopefully I don't ever want to be in that situation, but I'm not against it.
Yeah.
but definitely gonna have my own space,
Hmm.
and
No,
I want
I
to get my
do.
body.
I mean, that's equivalent to a man having a man cave.
Mm-hmm.
You know, me and CJ joke about that. Like when we look for a place or whatever to stay, you know, he's like man cave, man cave, man cave, and I'm like, so what about me? Like,
Women always
why don't women
have
get
to,
their own
yeah.
space too?
Women always take a back seat, and the men always get. So no, we're gonna have to find a place where we both. I don't need a whole basement,
Mm-mm.
but definitely a room. Or if not, that's fine. We can go to Lowe's and go buy me a shed, and we can convert it. Cause that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I want anyway.
Yeah.
You can have the basement. I'm going outside to the house outside. I'll see you later. Don't be trying to come over, Niece.
And by the way, y'all, we have a basement that's supposed to be the man cave, and you'll never be in there.
But it's
It's the
still,
kid cave at this point, because
yeah. I mean, that's
that's
why I
all
sleep.
to be up in there as the kids in
I
the living
prefer to
room.
be down there. That couch, that's my favorite couch, child. Be over in that corner, knocked out, honey.
Girl.
But yeah, I was like, interesting, interesting. But over in the waters, in the like the royalty, the royals and stuff, I don't know if they still do it, but I know they used to do it. They sleep
Yeah, I
in
remember
separate
we talked about
quarters.
that. They slept in separate quarters until it was time to be intimate, and then they went their
Mhm.
separate ways again.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
You can't
But
have pillow talk.
those marriages to me seem more like a transaction though versus
Those are definitely to me. Let me go back. Now I don't know because y'all know. Well, I'm gonna say y'all know. Anyone who knows me knows that I am a fan of The Crown. That is like my favorite Netflix show. And if you haven't seen it, you should see it. Now we know that people, especially politicians and people who are famous, they're only gonna be honest, so honest about stuff. So the show has is based off of real life events, but of course a lot of the stuff that's in the show I'm sure is padded for the sake of having a show.
Mhm,
But a lot of the things that occurred seem like it came from good reputable sources or even people themselves and stuff that's really happened in the family.
mhm,
But before now, if this is true, before the queen became the queen, she had a normal life and she was in love with this man.
mhm,
So, but when she became the queen over there, that crown is above everybody,
mhm,
including your marriage. So, and that's why it's called a crown.
mhm,
Um, everything their marriage kind of took a back seat. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't seem like it started out as a business transaction, but it became a business transaction. It became a business because when her dad died, she was somewhere chilling with her husband when of course, if that's the true event, how it actually played out.
yeah,
But yeah, you gotta go see that if you haven't seen that. That is a very good show.
the
I'll be
crown.
laughing. The Crown. It's supposed to be based off of Queen Elizabeth, and her becoming the queen, and
Mhm,
just that whole all of the events that you if you did learn it in if I did learn this stuff in high school and middle school, I don't remember because history was not my favorite. I'm just not becoming the last couple years a fan of learning history.
mhm,
Um, but just learning about all of the real life events that have happened, and just learning about the dynamics of their lives over there. Even I think the last season was finally introduced Princess Diana. And see, that's what I remember because I was alive when she was alive. I mean, I was born when she was alive. So, and I remember when she died. So it's just interesting to kind of see because we didn't have social media and stuff back then. So it's interesting to even see get a glimpse or idea of you know to their life. And I can see now why people can be so fascinated with their lives and the drama that goes on. But they do or did sleep in separate quarters. Like it's almost seemed like there was a hall, if I'm not mistaken, that joined like seemed like it was one big room,
mhm,
but it was separate. Like there was a hall If I'm not mistaken, if that's what I saw in that moment. Uh, you walk into a door and it's almost like a big suite.
I can see that. Like a loft in the middle where they can.
Like it was like I don't know if that was their closet. I can't remember how it was set up, but then one end was his door, one end was her door. So I wonder if that's how people sleep over there now. I don't know.
I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. That's another thing that I've learned about marriage is you truly do have to do what works for you both.
But in their situation, if you gonna stay married to me, you ain't got no choice because if when I die, or even like with who's next? Charles? No, who's the brothers? He's not the next one, but you know what I'm talking about. The brothers,
Yes,
Princess Diana's sons. The oldest one,
Harry
there's-
and
yeah,
the other
I
one.
can't even remember that name. Anyway, that's sad, but the oldest one is not next in line. Is somebody in front of him, but he'll be. I'm sure. I don't know, 'cause they live for a long time over there, child. Good God, them people live for a long time. I was gonna say, I'm sure we'll see him become king, but I don't know, child.
They do.
They live forever. What are they eating and drinking?
Girl, not the same shit we are over here in the US.
They
And
be living forever. She
you know what, though?
85,000 years old.
We talked about that
And
before.
they driving. Yeah, yeah.
The stuff that we are
Yeah,
allowed to.
we know. Yeah, we eating all this toxic stuff. But when Kate and her husband get into that castle, she ain't gonna have no choice but to conform to
Mm-hmm.
what she has to, unless she decides to divorce, which they ain't gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. But I thought that was interesting. I was like, okay. I
Yeah,
mean, they had their little setup. Okay.
I'm
Do
interested
you?
if anybody listening is lives like that and you don't mind sharing, what's reasonings for
Hmm.
separate sleeping quarters.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I couldn't do it. And then if there's times that I just want to be alone, I just sleep in the living
Sleep on
room.
the couch. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we are still individuals now. I'm not saying that we don't ever have moments of wanting to be alone because
Right.
you're still an individual. I get that. I just sleep on the couch. I can't see myself having a whole. Well, first of all, I got 2 kids, and it costs too much to get about 4 or 5 bedroom home.
Listen.
You know, that's the
One of
first.
the bedrooms. One of the bedrooms gonna be my craft room.
That's the first thing.
I'm gonna just put a chaise lounge in there.
God almighty. Yeah. The couch works.
All right. So the next thing is, this is another thing. I don't know if this is some new 2020 something thing or whatever. Now, I've gone out several times with friends, you know what I'm saying? And birthdays, whatever. Going out to restaurants to eat. And usually, we'll know, you might, it's like, girl, I got you today or whatever, whatever. Or the person who's hosting may, decide that they're gonna pay for, I'm gonna pay for everybody's food, but y'all got y'all drinks or whatever, whatever. But where I come from is, you go to a restaurant, you be prepared to pay for your food, right? So
Right.
there's this big discussion in all these videos that I've come across the past couple months, to be honest with you, about these friends going out to these restaurants, maybe celebrating a birthday or whatever, ordering up hundreds or thousands, mostly $1,000 of food, and then expecting everyone to split the bill
Like evenly?
evenly. So there are people who are caught up in these things. Like, I just saw a video the other day. This girl was like, all I had was, let's just say she had some water and salad, and the bill was $2,000-$3,000. I'm not getting ready to pay for your food. So I'm like, what kind of mess is this? First of all, just because someone goes out to eat with you, don't mean that, one, you're in their budget, or they want to put you in their budget, or they are responsible for your overeating expense, because they've gone to some expensive restaurant, honey.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I see.
And then they get mad. There was this one video where they had a full on fight argument in the restaurant because somebody was like, "I'm not. All I spent was $100. I'm not getting ready to give an extra $200-300 because y'all want to go in and spend all this money." And
Yeah, because even whenever I was dating,
mm-hmm.
I ordered what I knew I could afford because at any moment, if he says he's not paying,
You need to be
I'm
able to cover
prepared
it.
to pay for myself. So anytime that I go out, I don't care who is paying, even if it says up front, I'm gonna treat you to dinner. I still order within my own budget. I
Period.
never go overboard with the expectation that somebody is going to cover my portion and I can't cover it myself.
I'm like, who came up with this? That's like adding a new rule to the Uno game. Who came up with this? I remember I went on a date. This was probably, I don't know, 15 years ago. I went on this date with this guy. He asked me out. We went
Mhm,
out to eat, and we get there, and I already kind of wasn't really feeling them, but I was trying not to be. So you know how I can be. It don't sometimes don't really take much. So I was trying to like not be so quick to cut them off.
mhm,
I mean, at that point, I probably had only known like 2.5, 3 weeks. So I'm like, okay, fine, we can go out. So, um, went out, ate, and so he don't try to get. This what he did. I'm gonna just say what he did. He goes, "Oh, I forgot." He put out. I forgot my wallet. Can you go ahead and cover this? I was like, "Can I get the check, please? Can you separate that?" I paid for my food and I left.
Did he really forget his wallet?
So I'm gonna tell you why I believe. Well, in that moment, I knew he was lying. I knew he was lying. Again, because remember I told you I already kind of was feeling some kind of way about him.
Uh-huh.
So that was that. Now, if I needed any further confirmation, it happened maybe a week or so later. Now, this is when I was living in Delaware. I'm in the Dollar General, okay?
Uh-huh.
Unbeknownst to me, my cousin's also in there on the other side.
Uh-huh.
He calls. I didn't know she was in there, obviously. So I'm in out. I'm doing what I'm doing. He calls me and he asks me. Keep in mind, I probably had been there maybe a year and a half at the most. I was still living with my family, trying to get stuff together. I was in nursing school, working. I'm a single mother of two with no
Uh-huh.
child support. Okay. I'm living with someone else. I don't even have my own stuff.
Uh-huh.
He gonna call me and ask me for $2,500 to help him start a clothing business, and he would double my payment when he get the money to pay me back. The way now this was before I found my centeredness, because the way I went off in that Dollar General on that aisle by myself, and then I saw my cousin. She likes to peep around corners. She was like, "Yes, it's me." He
Yeah,
was looking for someone that he could,
he was looking for a sugar mama.
and I don't know why he thought I was a sugar mama, because you already knew I was a single mom. But I think he was also looking for. He thought he just found him some girl that was just going to just bend over and do whatever, bend over backwards for him, and I don't know, maybe pull money out my behind and just give him money with no questions asked. Like, I don't even know you. $2,500, give me 20. You should be asking me if I need $2,500
I mean, for real.
to start your clothing line, boy. Bye, and I mean bye.
Yeah, that's about it.
So yeah, that was that.
So, did you hear about the DoorDash situation where you know, folks putting themselves in another situation where They want to go to jail.
They want to be broke too. Girl, yes. So people are dumb.
They are.
So cousins, what's been going on is there was a glitch on the DoorDash app. I don't know when this happened. This week.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Past
I don't know if
week.
it was yesterday, day before yesterday. I started seeing videos yesterday, I think. Um, and took people took so advantage of it. It was ridiculous. People were ordering thousands of dollars worth of not just food because
But
you can order from regular stores for DoorDash. DoorDash is not just for restaurants. Girl, somebody had ordered a bunch of Plan B.
what?
They said people would order a thousand. Somebody had ordered like $1,000 of crab legs.
What? Back up.
You ain't just gonna get a free meal. These people went in
They did. I seen the pictures of all the McDonald's bags. Like y'all order McDonald's.
hundreds, thousands. Yes, Plan B.
Hmm. Y'all going to jail.
You were about to lose your freedom. You were about to lose your freedom.
I seen the pictures of McDonald's and the liquor.
Girl, they were
I did
going
not know
in
somebody ordered freaking Plan B.
Plan B. I'm like, who?
I
This
seen it in these in a business group where somebody kind of was like condoning it, like
DoorDash glitch briefly allowed orders of free food, tequila, and contraceptives, and also Plan B.
I can't. DoorDash gonna get their money back though.
Oh no 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 no! They've already been.
They've been getting people's cards.
Oh!
I seen
People
that
going.
people's cash apps was going into the negative. I didn't even know you could go in the negative on cash
People's
app.
bank accounts is going into the negative. My, I'm blurry. Nah. Okay. See, when I be on my webcam in my rooms with on Messenger, it be acting stupid. Anyway, but yeah, those people are. That's so stupid. I'm like, okay, everybody knows that glitches happen. There are like groups out there, Facebook groups about
Mhm.
glitches and stuff. It happens. But you might take advantage of it and get you a free meal or something, maybe like $20, $30. You people was getting thousands of dollars worth of stuff. And I could have sworn I even heard whatever people weren't just focusing on food. They was trying to hit up any store
Yeah, they could.
that they could and had that stuff delivered. But honey,
And I heard they won't even tipping the daggone drivers.
it
So that
wasn't
another.
tipping. So you ain't even gonna tip. I done bought you thousands of dollars worth of darn food and you ain't gonna even tip me.
I don't see how people literally have the balls to do stuff like that. Like I'm in some
Girl.
of them groups, them glitchy groups where stuff is discounted or like
Yeah.
you ain't getting hundreds and thousands of dollars worth of stuff for free. You
Right.
getting a big old discount on something that's like
Yeah.
cool. But
And they usually let that stuff slide until they catch it and then they'll shut it down.
yeah,
They might cancel your order or something like that. But these people they got a free 99 order. Had someone deliver and delivery was free. Everything was free.
and then
And
I
didn't
seen
even
people have
tip.
the audacity to be like, DoorDash be charging too much anyway. That's what they get.
Then
But
don't
you
use
think
them.
in your car,
Yeah.
you don't have to use DoorDash
You
though.
don't
That's
have
the
to
thing.
use them.
So you think because they are smart enough to charge what they charge to make their money, that when they have a glitch, that means suck them dry? Because the companies that you were ordering from, they weren't getting paid from you from this glitch, right? They were getting paid from I guess DoorDash, because now DoorDash is getting their money back.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man, because you weren't just hurting.
DoorDash said, Now, there's gonna be a lot of people. I agree with some of the people. It's gonna be people who got them little orders. They're gonna probably, I'm sure they're gonna let that stuff slide. But them big ticket orders, oh yeah,
They gonna
money
get them.
that you did not have in your account. I know a lot of these people, because if you did, you wouldn't be doing stuff like this,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Girl, could
girl.
you imagine the next day they woke up and saw their account
Negative
thousands of
thirty
dollars
thousand
in
dollars.
negative?
Sick. And then imagine what else coming out. That's Jackie. So I'm just watching the videos on the ticker talker on the clock app is what they call it, and just seeing how that mess unfold. Cause honey,
I would never.
I wonder if there's criminal charges, because then they're gonna have to deal with the fallout from the banks. So
Mm-hmm.
ultimately, you're gonna have to pay that bank back,
Mm-hmm.
and there is gonna be some
Girl,
if
girl, can you imagine
if
overdraft fees? Oh,
If right, that's what I'm saying. So you better hope you ain't got no other bill coming out. You know how sometimes when you pay a bill, like I know when I pay my rent on the portal, it don't post for a couple of days. So if I was to go do something like that, and then the rent and everything else start coming through, that is a in itself for every transaction. But then you got to pay the bank, honey, if the bank even allows it. So those some people's accounts aren't going to allow the negativity. It's going to be blocked
that's what
because
I'm
the
saying.
bank isn't going to
I
pay
need
it.
to.
Banks don't pay everybody.
That's what I'm saying. I heard that people's cash apps was in the negative. I didn't even know you could do that with Cash App
I didn't either.
because it's a prepaid card.
And that's probably why a lot of them did it. They probably thought, oh,
Mm-hmm. So
let me link my prepaid card to this.
ooh,
Mm, mm, mm.
that's crazy.
So that's gonna be
Y'all
interesting to
some
see how that play out.
old people out there.
Oh, honey, that's I ain't playing with my coins, honey. I don't play with my coins.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been successful with any kind of glitches. I can remember, like, I've only known about those type of groups for maybe the last 3 years at the most. But I know people, like, especially in the crafting community, they be like, oh, so and so has got glitches, and like a cricket or something was was marked down at $5, not that low, but like super cheap. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like at one point it was like $50. Somebody got them for like $50 or less for a whole cricket. I was like, I'll never get that lucky, but girl, ain't nobody trying to spend these fools. I'm curious just to see what else they've bought. I just be catching it on. I guess you can go look it up, but I just like to see the videos and the commentary on it. So I'll be watching it on TikTok unfold. It's a mess.
Girl, these
Hot
probably the
mess.
same folks that went and got a PPP, so y'all probably on the radar times two.
Y'all get ready to go to court.
Lock
Cause
it.
if DoorDash don't get their money back, they're coming for you. If they get their money back, the bank is coming for you. Somebody coming for you. So be prepared. This dude, there's this guy I follow on TikTok, and I don't know how true this was because he posts funny videos. So I don't know if he was being honest or if this was just for the sake of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, one of his coworkers asked him could he take over a couple of his shifts, and he was like, sure, going everything okay. He was like, yeah, I just got caught up in that DoorDash thing. He was like, yeah, you can take. He said, well, how many shifts you need? He's about all of them.
All of them.
I don't know how true it was, but he was like, it was $10,000. But girl, this is gonna be interesting. So yeah. So moving on. Now this was in the news. I saw this again on the TikTok because I see stuff on TikTok before I see it in the news if it makes the news.
Mm-hmm.
This pregnant lady, I feel like maybe she's in Texas somewhere. She's somewhere, Georgia. I don't know. Pregnant woman, got pulled for being in the HOV lane, and now she's in courts, basically saying, "Hey, I am pregnant. Y'all just passed this Roe versus Wade. Y'all consider my child a person. I got two people in the car.
I'm
She's
with
like,
her.
how can it not be a law and be a rule for something and be okay for this law but not okay with this? It's got to make you got to make it make sense.
I'm like that. I feel her on that. I saw that,
Yeah.
and I'm like, right on, sis. And then when it comes to your taxes,
Mm-hmm.
your
Insurance, all that.
all of that, let's come on. We want to talk about. Let's do it across the board,
Yes, yes.
but they don't want to hear
So,
that.
so she's got a whole. She's in court with that. So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. My girl said, "Listen, it's two of us
I mean, for real,
cruising down the street in my 6'4".
for real
For
though.
real. I can't wait to see how that turns out. So,
I know.
yeah. Well, cousins, what do y'all think about that one? I
Right.
mean, I think it's only fair if it's what they say, if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be no hypocrite, no hypocrisy.
For
Don't
real.
be one of them. No, no. If I
That's,
can be a person to over here, if this could be a person over here, it's got to be a person across the board. You need to acknowledge these babies across the board, these pregnancies across the board.
yeah,
Period.
I
I
agree.
didn't even think about none of that, to be honest with you.
I didn't either, man. I didn't either. I didn't either until I started seeing people post about it. Like what I saw was at first was the IRS stuff or income taxes or whatever.
Yeah,
Like, why can't we claim the baby until after the baby is born? You're right.
because I can go to jail before the baby's born.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see the politicians handle.
Yeah, we gotta follow that.
Yeah, and this court case she got going on. She like, Martin, I ain't about to pay the fine. I ain't about to pay the fine.
I'm with her. I support her 100%.
Me too, y'all. All right, well.
All right, cousins. Well, thank you for rocking it with us for yet another episode. Remember to tune in I was about to say Tuesday, but
Look, listen now,
Wednesday.
wait a minute.
Every Wednesday morning
Every Wednesday.
at 10 a.m. via YouTube or Spotify. And remember to follow us on social media at Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Shoot us some comments below. Let us know if you have any topic suggestions. We are here for them all.
And tell a friend, and tell a friend, and tell a friend.
About the Cousin Collective.
All that. We'll see you next week. Bye.